Alan Wasalan. We're back with another reading from Stolen Legacy, a book written by George G. M. James. I am the nasty pastor, and I should crown you for viewing. I should crown you for some likes, for some how to put it, word of mouth. You got what I'm saying? I looking at things, my overall progress of the year, and I must say, things picking up. You know what I mean? I like that because it lets me know you're either inquiring for understanding or you inquiring how to do this. You feel what I'm saying? One or the other. And like I say, keep pushing, keep forging. We need all the answers we can get to raise up the Kimite culture. You know what I mean? We need all the answers we can receive. So however you do things, however you figured out how to do things, proceed. You feel what I'm saying? Knowledge is universal. Knowledge is not just sustained in one God, in one goddess. You feel what I'm saying? In one community. Knowledge is gained throughout this whole rock. You feel what I'm saying? I study in every culture that is public. You feel me? Every culture that is public, I went and studied in there to connect some dots to figure who to pray to figure what is righteous, to figure knowledge of myself. You get it? You get it what I'm saying? Knowledge of myself. I was lost. You know what I mean? I was lost a long time ago. Long time ago. You know what I mean? And through my transition, I have, walked off the path. But I caught myself and got myself back on the path. You know what I mean? And I did that more than once, to be honest with you. So it's easy to move on from something you're not doing repetitiously. You feel what I'm saying? It's easy to move on something that you're not continuously every day building upon. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to stay rooted. You have to study. You have to open your ears and listen and receive the knowledge that is out there for you. When I really placed my feet in this, we were talking about the 90s, the late 90s. We're talking about getting out of prison. We're talking about a year later, no, 2 years later, a year and a half later, having a child, which helped me stay rooted. You know what I mean? Understanding that the tribulations I'm about to go through is a test of whom I pray to. And I kept my word on a lot of things that kept me rooted in trying to live a righteous life. You feel what I'm saying? And just having a job doesn't make you righteous. You know what I mean? It makes you a provider. It makes you responsible. But it still doesn't, that's not the foundation of being righteous. You feel what I'm saying? You can have a job, go home, and be the worst husband, be the worst boyfriend, be the worst father ever that existed on this rock. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just not about a job. You know what I mean? It's about being humble. It's about being respectful. It's about, having love in your heart to care, not just for your child, not just for your wife, not just for your mother, your brother, your sisters, your uncle, your family. You have to have care for strangers. You have to have love in your heart for strangers. Anywho, look, you with the nasty pastor, and as I said, we're back with another chapter reading from Stolen Legacy. And we covered the 10 fetters, the 10 commandments, and the Kemites. And I'm going to go over this again for you. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm going to go over this again. Number one, the neophyte must control his thoughts. And if you know what a neophyte is, that is someone that has took religion. They have took their clergy, they have put their cloth on. You get what I'm saying? The neophyte must control his thoughts. 2, control his actions. 3, have devotion of purpose. 4, have faith in the ability of his master to teach him the truth. 5, have faith in himself to assimilate the truth. 6, have faith in himself to will the truth. 7, be free from resentment under the experience of persecution. 8, be free from resentment under experience of wrong. 9, cultivate the ability to distinguish between right and wrong. And number 10, cultivate the ability to distinguish between the real and unreal. You get it? And you know, I say this to you, you know what I mean? I don't see where that should just stand for a neophyte. I just don't. You know what I mean? I believe that all of us should walk in those words. You feel what I'm saying? We should walk in those words. We should not, you know, have resentment when somebody's persecuting us. You feel me? You shouldn't. We should figure out right from wrong. We should figure all that out. You got what I'm saying? We should know that who is teaching us the truth. At least we should have the ability or the common sense to understand, is this person lying to me? You feel what I'm saying? Is this a lie I'm being fed? You get it? Is this a lie? You know what I mean? So understand, you know what I mean, that life goes on, but you don't have to get along in life to get somewhere. You feel me? Being a get along, part of the get along crew, will end you up dead in prison or in a unsuccessful place in time in your life that you can't even rebound. You can't bounce back from. Look, let's get into this chapter reading, and we're still in chapter 6. And it says, let's observe that the motion of the scale in the judgment drama corresponds with the up and down motion of the winged steeds of the allegory. The opposite qualities weighed on the scale corresponds with the opposite qualities possessed by the noble and ignoble steeds of the allegory. The idea of justice symbolized by the scale of judgment drama corresponds with the idea of justice expressed in the allegory. The winged steeds corresponds with the monsters of the judgment drama. The authorship of the Republic. According to Diogenes, Laertius Book 3, and pages 311 and 327, it is stated both by Aristoxenus and Favorinus that nearly the whole of the subject matter of Plato's Republic was found in the controversies written by Protagoras. Furthermore, according to Roger Student's History of Philosophy, page 78, it is stated that although Plato might have drawn heavily upon the reminiscences of Socrates, whose lectures he attended, yet the subject matter of the Republic is a more carefully seasoned system of philosophy that can be easily attributed to Socrates. That the whole volume is a cumulative argument into which there are subtly interwoven opinions on almost every subject of philosophical importance. It is obvious that modern scholarship doubts that Plato drew the subject matter of the Republic from Socrates and is inclined to attribute authorship to Plato himself. If, however, we take into consideration the fact that the subject matter of the Republic was in circulation long before the time of Plato, for Protagoras is supposed to have lived from 481 411 BC and Plato from 427 to 347 BC. Reason for B is the assignment of the authorship to Plato, but the important question remains from what source did Protagoras draw the ideas of the Republic which were circulated in the controversies. Textbooks on Greek philosophy tell us that Protagoras was a pupil of Democritus, but when we turn to the writings of Democritus, we are able to discover any connection between them and the educational system and the paternal government which was advocated in the Republic. This fact forces us to the conclusion that the subject matter of Plato's Republic was neither produced by Plato or any Greek philosopher. So where do you think they got that from? Where do you think they got that from? From out the Egyptian mystery system, right? You get it? You understand that, right? From out the Egyptian mystery system. You understand how ahead of life we was. You understand how we were so far ahead of many civilizations that they had to come to us for the knowledge, for the teachings. And it was there for them. You feel what I'm saying? It was there for them to get understanding. The authorship of Timaeus. According also to Diogenes Laertius, book 4, page 399 to 401, when Plato visited Dionysius at Sicily, he paid Philolaus, a Pythagorean, 40 Alexandrian money of silver for a book from which he copied. Oh man, apologize. Oh man, how I do that? How did I do that? Come on. Yeah, which he copied the whole contents of the Timaeus. Under these circumstances, it is clear that Plato wrote neither the Republic nor the Timaeus, whose subject matter identifies them with the purpose of the mystery system, mysteries of Egypt. Right here it says 6. The chariot was not a culture pattern of the Greeks at the time of Plato, nor was it used by them in warfare. Come on now. Come on. Greek culture and traditions did not furnish Plato with the idea of the chariot and winged steeds, for nowhere in their brief military history do we find the use of such a war machine by the Greeks. The only nearby nation who specialized in the manufacture of chariots and the breeding of horses was the Egyptians. When Joseph was governor in Egypt, the horse and war chariot were in use. And when the Israelites fled from the country, Pharaoh pursued them to the Red Sea in chariots. Even Homer and Diodorus who visited Egypt, testified that they saw a great multitude of war chariots and numerous stables along the banks of the Nile from Memphis to Thebes. And since the judgment drama in the Egyptian Book of the Dead reveals the entire philosophy contained in the allegory, Plato cannot be credited as its author. The following sketch of the military history of the Greeks shows that the chariot was not used by them, nor was it their culture pattern. Now I say this to you, you know what I mean? When you think about, us Kemites forging a civilization, like I said, we're far advanced. So they wouldn't know what to do with animals. They wouldn't know what to do with the creatures that's, the environment surrounded around them. And I get that we was probably master, builders of it all. I get why we use these war chariots, you know what I mean? Usually we took the battle to them. We didn't wait for them to come into our land and come to our doorstep. You feel what I'm saying? We didn't wait for that. Most of these countries that went up against ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, Africa, you got what I'm saying? We met them at the border. You got what I'm saying? At the border. We not going to let you come all the way up in the country and do what you want to do to us. No. No. We can catch up to you quicker on that chariot. You know what I mean? We really can. And we are at a level of speed where that if we at face-to-face combat, can you really get out the way? Can you really defend yourself? You feel what I'm saying? It's open and you are at a disadvantage because if to the back of you is your enemy, they could throw a spear or something or a bow and arrow and hit you in your back. You got what I'm saying? So it's a disadvantage and it is a advantage. You got me? But it shows the technology it shows the evolution of life back then. You feel what I'm saying? Of life. And that's why I say to you, you know what I mean? When you think about how these pyramids was built, you know, they have used these horses, they have used these elephants. If you look how Alexander the Great had conquered the Persians, Alexander the Great came in with elephants, was riding elephants, you know, just stepping on Persians, you know what I mean? Boom, 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 bam, bam, bam. You know, you throw a spear at them, their skin's so tough, man, they keep moving. You got what I'm saying? They still moving. You have to wrap those elephants up where they can't move at their legs so they can fall. You get it? So they can fall. You know, but look, you've been with the nasty pastor, and like I said, you know what I mean? We're trying to wrap up this chapter 6 reading of Stolen Legacy. Just, you know, bear with me. Let's get this knowledge. Let's figure how we can really, you know what I mean, raise this black community up, raise this Kemite community up, raise this African community up. We're divided, we're lost. Most of us are of the disabled community, you know what I mean? We have mental illness, you feel me? Mental illness. So stay in control of your life. Put some things in place to protect yourself, because there's gonna come a day we're gonna have to fight. You feel me? And we're gonna have to fight right here in America. And there's no need of being militant. There's no need of being militant. We have to keep ourselves clean. We have to keep ourselves whether we have respect within our community. You understand? Respect within our community. We have to raise our voices where that we are listened to. And those that are listening to us will put actions behind the things we are asking for. Look, I'm out and I love you.